What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your boy, Turkey, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be theorizing WOTFI 2025 and what I think could happen in it. Anyways, without further ado, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to stay updated for more videos in the future. Anyways, without further ado, let's go. Anyways, I'm gonna be recapping the recent SMG4 episode called Soul Search in less than 1 minute. Let's get it. So first, SMG4 tries to create memes, but then unfortunately fails and brings back because it's gotta be perfect vibes, but he actually controls it this time. He goes to the internet archives and searches for internet archives and brings back memes, but while he's doing that, he encounters Mr. Puzzles and seemingly also encounters Mr. Weapons and Tomb. He chases after Mr. Weapons and Tomb, and both Weapons and Tomb encounter Puzzles in their way with the YouTube remote, and it's weird because he has his head off. And he's also using the YouTube remote from the YouTube arc that was 5 years ago. The crew come, and Mr. Puzzles looks at Mr. Weapons in tears and smiling, saying, "I'm going to make things right." And the episode ends with the announcement of WOTFI 2025. Woo! Anyways, let's get to WOTFI 2025 and what I think could happen in it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Mr. Weapons and Tomb find Puzzles' place and house seemingly, and strangely there are keys. What is the key exactly? The key, it turns out it was the YouTube remote. Whew, for real this time. So, where do we begin? What will WOTFI 2025's theme be? We all know WOTFI 2025 will be themed around time travel, as what else does Mr. Puzzles have to use the remote for? To mess up this timeline? I don't think so. And what's weird about this is that Puzzles does not have villainous intentions, meaning that he most likely is not going to be the antagonist of WOTFI 2025. If so, who is the main antagonist then? Well, the antagonist could be the Death Cube. But here's the problem. Where the fuck is the Death Cube? He has not appeared in this episode, so where the hell is he? Is he going to appear in this WOTFI? I don't really know, but from a trusted insider, they did say that WOTFI 2025 has been worked on for 4 weeks, which means it has been worked on for a month. So an hour-long WOTFI? That would be insane, considering that this would give them time to explain everything about Puzzles before concluding him, as it's confirmed based on the Soul Search episode that WOTFI 2025 will be the final arc of the Puzzle Vision saga and finish off Mr. Puzzle's story arc. I really hope that Mr. Puzzle's story arc ends on WOTFI 2025, since he's been the focus on for 3 years now, and it has to be concluded because the YouTube arc all the way to the Revelations arc has been 3 years now exactly. So the Puzzle Vision saga has got to end on WOTFI 2025. However, if they do plan to make WOTFI 2025 an hour long, they really need to explain everything about Mr. Puzzles. And heck, maybe even see his human form. I want to see Puzzles' human form. What does he look like in human? His actual human design. Not just fucking Ness. I don't want Ness, bro. Or Lucas. What the fuck is his name? I don't really know. But Mr. Puzzle's human form has got to be revealed in this WOTFI, as I really want his human form to be revealed. And also, to be his conclusion. However, do I think Mr. Puzzles will die in this WOTFI? I'm sorry to break it to you all, but I think yes, he will die in this WOTFI. However, they might make a redemption equals death. Or maybe a temporary death from Nonal's theory video. A temporary death until next arc, where he comes back as the ally of the SMG4 crew and potentially help them in future arcs. However, if they do plan on killing him off, just please redeem him. If you want to kill him, please redeem him. But anyways, what do I think will happen in this WOTFI? I personally think WOTFI 2025 starts off with SMG4 basically saying to Puzzles, "Puzzles, put it down, it's dangerous." And Puzzles basically replies saying that this is his only way of fixing his mistakes. Like basically, it's my only way of fixing my mistakes that I made for the past 2 years. Or maybe break the fourth wall of a sudden and it says 2 years. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. And he uses the remote and also might have a showdown with the with SMG4 and Weapons, kinda. And Weapons will have to work with the SMG4 crew to take him down. He might be the villain of WATV 2025 at first, but I think in my theory, he's not the main antagonist of this WOTV. He's definitely not the main antagonist. Because I swear to God, if they make him the main antagonist, I'm gonna be disappointed. I mean, come on, he already had his role in WOTV 2024, so please don't make him the antagonist for the third WOTV. Like, base bro had 3 WOTVs. Anyways, let's get to the next thing. Maybe Puzzles basically travels back in time and the SMG4 crew and Weapons all run at him and they all travel back in time as well with Puzzles. However, they all may be split into 2 videos, like basically SMG4 with Weapons and Tomb, Meggy with Mario and SMG3 and all that. I stole that theory, by the way. For whoever created that theory, I'm very sorry. It was an inspiration. Okay, let's continue. Basically, the gang all split into different Puzzle Vision videos. Like basically from a night at SMG4, WATV 2024, Silence of the Cats, Gods of Puzzles, all that basically. And however, and try to reach Mr. Puzzles. However, if they do plan to make another plan, then Puzzles might most likely be split as well with the gang. Like basically, maybe with Tomb, Weapons, SMG4, and Puzzles are gonna be a squad working together in this WOTV to try and bring back the timeline and the things Puzzles fucked up. I know this may sound not understanding to you, but you get the point. You get the point. Or maybe Puzzles travels all the way back to Guns and Puzzles to stop himself from betraying Weapons and also to make the good choice of making Meggy trust him and not fuck up things, just like he did in the Guns and Puzzles movie. And also change the events of the Breakout arc in general. Like basically, instead of Puzzles lying to Meggy, Puzzles will take that second chance, not like he did in the Guns and Puzzles movie where he refused the second chance. This time, he does not fuck up things and takes the second chance. This is gonna be crazy, bro. We're gonna have 2 Mr. Puzzles in the movie, bro. The Guns and Puzzles version and the current Puzzles version. I don't really know. I don't think it will happen, but it would be crazy if it did happen. Or maybe not only will he fix his mistakes with Mr. Weapons, he'll also go all the way back to the It's Gotta Be Perfect movie, where he basically fights and stops his past self, 2023 self, from causing the demonic goop. However, I think Puzzles needs to be stopped from doing that, because if he does do that, and Tomb is part of the demonic goop, then Tomb most likely be erased from existence, and that might make Weapons hate Puzzles more if he did do that. So, it's best to keep the It's Gotta Be Perfect events at that. And, but basically all the way from Western Spaghetti to Guns and Puzzles, It's Gotta Be Perfect, leave it. Because It's Gotta Be Perfect needs to happen. Because if it weren't for It's Gotta Be Perfect, then Tomb wouldn't have been born, basically. However, the past version of Mr. Puzzles might most likely definitely appear. The It's Gotta Be Perfect version and past version of Mr. Puzzles appears. And the current Puzzles is forced to work with the SMG4 crew and Weapons to take down the past Puzzles and kill him. That way, Puzzles can have his death, I think. And maybe the current Puzzles could be reformed. It sounds confusing to you. However, Puzzles might not join the SMG4 crew, but instead, him and Weapons go on their own ways. And also could change the events of Silence of the Cats before the redemption thing happens. Could change the events of Silence of the Cats, and instead of making Weapons basically against his family, he's gonna make Weapons reconcile with his family. Like basically reconciliation with his family and also reconciliate with Puzzles. I know it may sound confusing to you, but let's let WOTV decide. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you soon, everyone. This is Turkey signing off. Peace out, everyone.